The siege of Barad-dûr, as a subject of scholarly pursuit, is not to be lightly undertaken. One must first acknowledge the mythopoeic substrate upon which the fortress itself is erected, a place of darkness, yes, but also a locus of Sauron's will, and a testament to his cunning and strategic acumen. The Dark Tower, with its myriad buttresses and impregnable walls, is not merely a symbol of tyranny, but a tangible expression of Sauron's mastery over the physical and metaphysical realms, a mastery that finds its most potent expression in the forging of the One Ring. This fortress, named for dark sorcery and standing in the shadow of Barad-dûr, where the ring was wrought, was the inevitable focal point for the clash of powers that had been amassing for long years. The last alliance of elves and men was not some haphazard assemblage of forces, but a calculated response to the rising threat, a grand alliance crafted with the gravitas and the solemnity that the situation demanded. The elves, under Gil-galad, bore the weight of an ancient enmity against Sauron, whose perfidy and malice had long been known to their kind. The Noldorin memory is long, and the elves brought to the siege not only their martial prowess, but also a determination born of the First Age, a resolve hardened by the trials of the War of Wrath and the long twilight of their people. The men of the Alliance, particularly the Númenóreans, brought their own storied history to the siege. Here were the heirs of Elros Tar Miniatur, whose bloodline was a confluence of the mortal and the divine. The men of Westernesse, though diminished from their ancestors who had once challenged the Valar themselves, were yet a formidable force, bringing to bear their seacraft, their engineering, and their indomitable spirit. The siege itself was an exercise in extremes, extreme patience, extreme fortitude, and extreme sacrifice. For 7 long years the forces of the last alliance encamped around the arid plains of Gorgoroth, subject to the whims of a benighted land that was as much a weapon in Sauron's arsenal as any orc or troll under his command. The very act of maintaining a state of siege in such a place was a feat unparalleled in the annals of military history, real or imagined. Consider the logistics of sustaining an armed host in Mordor's blasted landscape. The procurement of provisions, the maintenance of morale, the constant vigilance against sorties from the fortress or treachery from within, these are not tasks for the faint-hearted. The literature of our world may speak glibly of sieges as if they were mere waiting games, but the siege of Barad-dûr was a crucible of endurance, a testament to the resolve of the free peoples to stand against the shadow until the very end. Yet the end, when it came, was neither neat nor entirely triumphant. The fall of Sauron, precipitated by the hewing of the ring from his hand by Isildur, was a victory, yes, but it was also the beginning of a long diminishment. The power of the elves waned further, the might of Númenor was scattered, and the ring itself endured, biding its time, weaving its long dark thread through the centuries to come. And so, in retrospect, the siege of Barad-dûr becomes a study in the complexities of Tolkien's subcreation. It is a narrative that resists simplification, a tapestry of ambition, despair, heroism, and the fallibility of memory. For while the chroniclers of Middle-earth may have set down their accounts with the best intentions, their tales too are subject to the vicissitudes of perspective and the erosion of time. In the end, what can we say of the siege of Barad-dûr? It is a mythic echo of our own world's struggles against oppression, a mirror in which we may see reflected our own darkest impulses and our brightest hopes. It is a call to remember that even in the face of insurmountable odds, there is value, nay, a necessity in resistance, in the belief that light can eventually emerge from darkness. And with that we must conclude, for now. For in truth the siege of Barad-dûr is a topic to which one could devote a lifetime of study, and still only scratch the surface of its profundity and relevance. Let us therefore continue to plumb its depths, to explore its nuances, and to seek within its storied past the wisdom to confront the challenges of our own age.